Would you like to start a business? Or you have, or maybe you want to make a decision? This video is for you. Making decision is about selecting the best available option for getting you to your goal. What makes decision making difficult is uncertainty. In this video, I'm gonna share with you one of the best practical examples from Greg Northcraft Professor at Illinois University. And he will teach us how to overcome uncertainty in decision making and how to select the best available option.
Let's take an example to illustrate this. Bob owns a t-shirt store. Bob's hometown team is playing for the championship this weekend. Bob needs to decide whether to print some championship t-shirts to sell to the fans of this hometown if the team wins the championship. Now Bob knows that his best chance to sell these shirts is going to be right when the game ends. And so he needs to make a decision about whether or not he prints these shirts and has them ready. The problem for Bob, of course, has to do with uncertainty. What happens if the hometown team loses the championship game? What will happen to the shirts then? Bob has estimated that it will cost about $200 to make the shirts, but he thinks he can sell them for about $600. The local newspaper puts the probability of the hometown team winning at about 30%. What do you think Bob should do? Well, let's look at this, Bob's decision, in terms of decision analysis. First, let's look at Bob's action outcomes. Bob really has two action outcomes to choose from. He can either print the shirts or he cannot print the shirts. That's the central choice in Bob's decision. Now, in addition to that, there is some uncertainty here. If Bob prints the shirts, maybe the hometown team wins, maybe the hometown team loses. That's the uncertainty that Bob has to manage in this decision. And of course, there are some outcomes attached. If the hometown team wins and Bob sells the shirts, he's going to make a profit of about $400. If the hometown team loses and Bob can't sell the shirts, he's going to lose his investment of $200. And then finally, of course, we can attach some probabilities here. The newspaper said the probability of the hometown team winning was about 30%, which puts the probability of the hometown team losing at 70%. This is what decision analysis looks like. It is a framework for capturing action outcomes, uncertainties, and outcomes to the actions so that we can try to decide which of the actions we should choose.
If you want me to make more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
How does Bob decide? Well, he can calculate the expected outcome for each action option. For don't print the shirts, the expected outcome would be zero. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, nothing lost. That's the certain outcome for Bob. He knows if he doesn't print the shirts, he knows exactly what he's going to get. What happens if Bob prints the shirts? The expected outcome we know has a 30% chance of making Bob a profit of $400. So 30% chance of $400 is $120. We know there's a 70% chance of Bob losing $200 to print the shirts if the team loses. So that's 70% of minus $200 or minus $140. The sum of all outcomes for print the shirts action option would be the $120 minus $140, or in other words, minus $20. We can look at this in terms of Bob's decision analysis, or what we call Bob's decision tree. And this means we can assign an expected outcome to each of the action outcomes. The assigned value for the action outcome of printing the shirts is minus $20. The expected value of the action option of not printing the shirts is zero. It looks like it would be a better bet for Bob to not print the shirts. So Bob's decision is don't print the shirts is $0, print the shirts is minus 20. Zero sounds a lot better than minus 20, so Bob decides not to print the shirts. Of course, what we've talked about is the simplest version of decision analysis, where there is a simple choice between one certain outcome and an uncertain outcome. We could expand this to two available action options, some certain, some uncertain, and there could be more than two possible outcomes to consider for each uncertain action alternative.
Thanks for watching. God bless you all.